Good morning, my dear students. Today we will read chapter number 14, page number 100, The Birdman of India, from your impression books. Okay. Dr. Salim Moizuddin Abdul Ali proved to be one of the most versatile men of the world has ever known, an ornithologist. Okay, so what it means? Let's go to the page number 103. Versatile, that means capable of doing many things efficiently, and ornithologist means what? A person who studies birds. So, Dr. Salim Moizuddin was famous for the study of the birds. Ecologist, teacher, writer, and explorer. He rolled into one. That means a single person have the quality of all these things. Not only he was ornithologist, but also ecologist, teacher, writer, and explorer also. He has been lovingly described as a bird-eyed sparrow-like all-knowing father. So this is the adjectives. Okay, and often referred to as the old man by those who worked with him. That means his colleague, maybe those who has worked with him, they called him in this name. Born on 1896, Salim Ali, the youngest of 10 children, was orphaned early. That means his parents had died. He hero-worshipped his stylish uncle, the famous sportsman Amiruddin Taibji, who accompanied members of the royalty on hunting trips. That means Amiruddin was a sportsman, and Dr. Salim followed him nicely, and also he was going for hunting. At the age of 10, his uncle presented Salim with an air gun, and the young boy shot a strange sparrow with a yellow spot on its throat. So he killed a bird in that age with that air gun. His uncle did not know anything about the bird and advised Salim to take it to the Bombay Natural History Society in Bombay to get information about it. So BNHS, to go there and to collect the information about the strange type looking bird. W.S. Millard identified it as a yellow-throated sparrow and showed Salim the museum's first collection of stuffed birds. That means the birds had already died. Stuffed means some things they have put inside the bird, those birds, and they kept them nicely there. Next page, page number 101. This incident changed Salim Ali's life. He decided to pursue the study of birds and make ornithology his career. After that, he devoted in this matter. He made frequent visits to the society and alongside somehow got through high schools. But he found college life difficult, and to escape from it, he enjoyed his brother in the mining and timber business in Burma, now Myanmar. So he was not getting interest in the studies in college, and he joined his brother who was working where? In Burma. This was a very rewarding experience for Salim. So he was happy with that. Who spent most of his time studying birds and wildlife on his visit to the remote jungles, far away jungles. He was going and visiting. The business quite predictably failed, and Ali had to return to India. So business was not working properly, and he come again to India. On his return, he found that having abandoned his studies after a BSc in zoology, it was difficult to get a job as an ornithologist anywhere. So he was not completed his study. That's why he will not get the job properly. Although he got a job as a guide lecturer at the Prince of Wales Museum in Bombay, he left after 2 years to study ornithology under the Professor Stresemann at the Berlin University Zoological Museum. He left after 2 years to study, so he went to other place to study ornithology properly. When he came back and still failed to get a job In spite of his foreign degrees, he stopped applying altogether, so he was not able to get it properly. He was considered mad by his family, an unemployed married man, happy only to watch birds. So, if you have no jobs, no proper aims, only to you are looking at birds, so people are calling naturally to him also the madman who is loved to watch only the birds. Termina, his wife, was a warm-hearted woman and came from an affluent family. She supported his cause. Okay, that means his wife belonged from a wealthy family and his wife support him. Don't take up a job, she said, if you can't enjoy it. So, if you can't enjoy your work, so don't go for it. So, they decided to move to a small cottage owned by Tehmina's family in South Bombay and there enjoyed the company of birds. So, they lived in the small cottage as because his wife was wealthy. They went there and established a cottage and lived there and enjoying the company of the birds. Salim Ali offered his services to the Bombay Natural History Society in 1930, but this time with a unique proposal. He suggested that the society should send him and surveys to study bird life systematically. He wanted no salary but asked for his actual expenses to be covered. So he wanted the further study for the birds. Okay, that's why he applied also. And what happened? He told them that he has no need of salary. He only want what? He will study, deep study for the birds and what the cost, and that means what the expense it will be, only they will provide that. No salary he wanted from them. They agreed. Now began the best years of Salim Ali's life. So now the good years are coming for his life. For the next 20 years, he lived like a nomad and roamed the entire subcontinent studying birds and their habitat where they are living. So he is giving his full devotion towards the study of birds and their living places. He had never wanted to study dead birds in a laboratory. So he was only studying about the living birds, not the dead birds. So his life suited him. And in this case, he is enjoying his life. Now we are in page number 102. He now wove history, ecology and geography of birds' life into his observation and his writing. So he is minutely observing the everything about the birds and he wrote all these things. His wife, who had given him support all his while, even in the remotest of areas, suddenly died after a minor surgery. So now he is wifeless. Salim Ali was devastated and buried himself deeper in the world of birds. So he is now totally free with the family burden also. Now he is devoted himself totally in the study of birds. He became a passionate letter writer and kept in close touch with all his friends. After the British rule came to an end, Salim Ali took over the Bombay Natural History Society and saved the 200-year-old institution from closing down by writing to the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru for financial help. Nehru immediately came to the rescue. So, after when Britishers were leaving India, so the society was about to close. But he saved by writing the letter for funding to the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. Salim Ali was also instrumental in saving the Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary in Rajasthan as well as the Silent Valley National Park in Kerala. So these two places were also saved by him. Dr. Salim Ali followed a strict routine, up at 5 in the morning and in bed by 10 p.m. Like birds, he said. So he is following the routine of the birds. I prefer to work by day. So he is preferring to work at daytime. He even ate like a bird, though he enjoyed good food. So he is also following the meal of the birds. He neither smoked nor drank and did not allow anyone to do so in his presence. So he is not smoking and drinking also. His needs being few, he hardly needed money and so liberally granted scholarships and grants to needy students. So he is giving his money, his scholarship, and all these things to the needy students who are there and those who have no money to do all the things. Now we are in page number 103. He won many rewards and recognition. Okay, though late, they came abundantly. That means in a huge quantity. Okay, the man who had once been denied a government job for want of degrees was eventually honored with the Padma Shri and the Padma Vibhushan. So, one time he was not getting proper respect from others, but now he is regarded what? He is getting the highest Padma Shri award, Padma Vibhushan award. Okay, he came to be known as the Birdman of India. He is known as the Birdman of India. Nothing could dampen his spirits. Nothing could stop his spirits. Even when old age. In the old age also he was doing his jobs nicely. He loved riding motorbikes and speeded like a teenager. So he was driving like a teenager in motorbikes. Once he had to attend an ornithological conference at Sweden, so he shipped his bike with his luggage strapped on it too. Then he rode into the meeting on his bike, surprising all. So he was going there by bike by making the sounds. Okay. Next. The congregation thought he had ridden all the way from India. So others people are thinking that he is coming there from India in this way. He toured all Europe on his bike. He had an accident in France and had to be hospitalized. Okay, after the accident, he has to put in hospital. But the next morning saw him mending his bike with the bandage still on his head. So he was riding again in the next morning with a bandage in his head. Dr. Salim Ali passed away in 1987 at the age of 91, sorry. So he was when he was 91 he left the world. Though he is no more, he has gifted a rich legacy to us. Legacy means what? A heritage, something that is handed down from the past. So we are getting from him all the good things. He made bird watching popular in India. After him, only bird watching become famous in India. So up to here, my dear students, you need to read and learn or memorize the word meanings properly from page number 103. As well as I am providing the PDF with it where you will get the comprehension answers A1, A2, word wise and language answers also. So you have to go through it properly, again and again read the literature chapter nicely and try to understand of your own and read the question answer also. Thank you.